Okay, going to change the venue now. Chesscube. My last game on ICC, I think I just played an engine abuser. I got totally smashed by someone with a rating of max rating of 1800 on Bullet. He says afterwards he uses Houdini and his real life rating is 1450. I don't know if he was joking or not. I post the game to Chess Post. This PISHER, if you want to check it out there. His accuracy is like 93%. I don't know, it just put me off. So I might as well play people that I sort of trust are not engine users like Matthew. But it's sometimes difficult to get a game like that. But yeah, it's a jungle. The 5-minute auto pairing. But I don't know. I suppose you've got to have a thick skin to play on it. People are going to try and win on time in Rook and King versus Rook and King and stuff like that. It's you just I guess to get the fun you've got to like put up with a lot of bad stuff too. I suppose like real life. But anyway, okay. So I want to play for knight f4 and open up this diagonal. So I mentioned anyway to Speed Trap on you know there about Chess Post. So I'm hoping to clean up online chess generally and play a part in that as well as doing videos. But it's probably an impossible thing. Engines have happened. Online chess lacks credibility. Always has lacked credibility. Always will lack credibility. But oh well. What about knight g6 and playing with g4 here? Knight g6 playing for g4. Okay, I'm getting swamped. b6 now to try and force closure. I've had this as white against Webster once, where he sort of encouraged me to block the position, and then he just had a free hand on the king side. So that's one way of playing the king's engine, and try and encourage like blocking on the position, and yeah. I don't know if it's like the weather, the humidity as well, you know, I mean, putting up with stuff, or maybe that's why people are irritated as well, and don't want to lose in this weather or humidity, I don't know. But I'm losing that d6 pawn anyway, so going for an attack now. That's something like queen g5 and knight h3 coming up, or queen g5 here, knight d6, knight h3, king f1. Anything cleverer? Knight d3 is like h3 straight away. Knight h4. I think queen g5 is necessary actually. So knight d6, knight h3. So king f1 and there's nothing. And there's queen f4. Queen f4, there's not nothing. Okay. So knight h3 here and queen f4. So if f3, actually queen f4, but there's queen h2. Is this such a bad king's engine? b5, I don't think that's useful. It just takes the pawn. Unless there's rook a3, that's something to bear in mind. So king h1, there's knight f2. King f1, there's queen f4. You could take, and then queen g2, there's king e2. It's knight f4. Oh, it's an attack. There's knight f2 here, queen f4, knight f4. What about just knight f4? Doesn't really do anything. Queen f4. How about f5? Queen f2. I don't know. Queen f2 takes. There's nothing. What am I doing here? Knight h4. Knight h4 at least protects f5. I think I might go for knight h4. Also takes knight f3, there's queen g2 and queen f3. Alright, so I can go for that f5. Yeah. Doesn't look like a brilliant attack. It's got to be said. There's e4 attacking the rook on thingy. Queen d5, queen g4, bishop b2. I'll just take for the moment. Queen f3 maybe takes an e4. Oh, there's bishop there as well. It's not the best. It's queen d3, queen d5. I'll try that. For queen h1, cheapo. It's queen e4. What's queen d2? I seem to have lost all my bits. It's not brilliant. So 2 rooks down. It's not the best. Oh, this rook g1. Whoops. I have to have a rematch. Two games in one video. I just take. Okay, so if I play queen e2 here and bishop d2 and just castle queenside. Oh, bishop d2 and castle queenside. See, castles, queen e4 is g6. I don't know what this guy's saying. I'm just blocking in north for a moment. Okay, big think here from Matthew. This is like dangerous, isn't it? It's only a 5-minute game. So Matthew takes his time. Castles, queen e4, g6. No, there's bishop h6. So if black can't castle that easily, bishop d2. I think rook, just rook and then knight e5. Let's try and hold e5 for a sec. good to hold e5? I'm hoping it'll be good. Something like f4 coming up. Alright, I think I'm going to ignore split takes for the moment. What? Oh right, d3 thing. Oh, I see. d3. Yeah. Dear. That's a bishop e4 for queen c4. That's not good. Man, this dude's blown and everything. It's all blown. Queen c4 is not very good. It's probably better than losing knight square bishop, though. Okay. Just bishop e3 here. It's not pleasant, but I might get some f4 thing going. I'll just take with the queen. Let's be a pawn down for not much. See, okay, so just the pawn down for not much. Mind you, I don't know, c5, it's weakening the king a bit. Keep the bits on. Something like b4, trying to restrain the bishop. Oh, there's bishop c6 here. Queen e3, bishop b7. And if rook d2 is rook f3. Bishop c6, queen f5, bishop e4. Alright, he's inviting that tactic, so. I'm going to think this play for a win, I think. Rook g3 to stop rook f5, I think. Right, so I've got a bit of time for this endgame position. The finesses. So 3 to 2 on the queen side is where my majority is. So I want to use that majority. I could take a pawn with check. That's good. Okay. Safeguard the. So if king f2, without king d3, just bring the king out a bit further. King d3, check. King c2, I can get the queen, king protecting b2. Alright, so b4 check, king b3. I'll start to use my pawn majority, I think. So a4 and b5 actually threatening mate. This is king a5, rook a7 mating. Otherwise, now a4 I think gets the pawn majority going anyway. I hope. just simply do that, or king b3 is more prudent? I think king b3 for a moment. Well, hang on this pawn. Keep an eye on g2 for a sec. 2 pawns or 3 pawns for the g2 pawn, especially after h4 if I don't leave that as a target. Oh, there's f4 coming up. And g3 I still win e6 pawn. Does it matter about f4? If I just take on h6, rook g2, take on e6 and go back, won yet another pawn, but my pawns are fragmented. Oh, I'll do that. Okay, so h4. Yeah, he's going to win that pawn. Okay, but I get a sort of good outside pawn there. Okay, start using this majority, I think. Actually, rook g7, that for rook g7, h7. So I can get rook f7 in. Is there another mating net on the cards here? No. Oh, so he's swapping that pawn off. Alright. Get this pawn over here. I think it's all over somehow. Okay. So King's Engine again. This bayonet is really dangerous. Bayonet attack. About quick a5 just to try and dampen the attack over here. I'll keep my structure intact, I think, by taking like this. So I'm getting knight f4 now, without worrying too much about the queen side, or is it the case? I don't know. Isn't c5 almost good? Takes knight c6. If bishop moves, going to move c3. Right, so f5 now. Looks better than before, slight improvement. Might do c5. Maybe c5 was worth playing. I'd stop white playing c5. Oh dear. How did I allow c5? Mind you, he could just take en passant. He just took en passant and I'm attacking nothing. Oh, knight c6. So c5 is a missed opportunity. And this here, c5 takes, knight c6, queen d6, queen d6, bishop d6, knight a5, c5, takes knight d6. I'm on the bishop. Bishop moves, I'll take the rook. I think I'll play it here. Actually, my knight's on d5, that's useful. There's no queen d5 check. Let's just take with the knight, maybe that d4 square. Get onto that d4. So g5 again. There's knight d4. Looks more promising than the other game. G4. Actually, friends. The knight. Where's the knight go? Oh, I could take and then rook e7. There's no rook e7s. So g4 takes. G4 takes. Take on f3. That's knight d6. Let's bishop d3. Alright, so I'll probably play first g4, I think. Because this might be knight h4, that might be useful. Maybe just e takes first. This rook on the 7 is pretty dangerous. Might be rook g7 at some point. Knight h4 here. Knight d4 takes with the c pawn. Look forward to rook b2 there. I could go for that. Let's try and get rook b2. And bishop f5 could be handy. Queen h4 could be handy. And queen g7 is attacking this, so this guy is very good. Okay, so do I play rook f7 or rook b7? I think rook b7 just to keep the rook on f8 for a moment. And you could take in bishop h6 and queen f6. Nope, that doesn't look hot. Unless these pawns in the centre mean anything. Oh, I'm dropping off. Another king's engine bites the dust. I can't bring the king up anyway. Bishop c8 to h3, just trying to weave something around the king. It's only got 50 seconds, so rook e4, king f3, and play for bishop h3. Bishop g4. I can get in rook b8 here. And bishop f3, there's sort of mating that being woven, I hope. Not too many choices. Bishop f5, king 8. Oh, there's a make. No, there's no making that. Yeah, there's always bishop f1. I think I'll go for it anyway. That's gonna. Whoops. Okay. Try this Tarash again, I think. Check. Disruptive, I hope. And check. I seem to remember this. There's been some sort of line for the L-State Queen's pawn. So, was it knight e5 here? Don't really give up the d pawn, just try and get it back with pressure on L-State pawn. So if I castle, otherwise queen b4 with knight f3. Castle and knight f3 later. Let's see, so I'll castle here. To support that, e5. Maybe bishop g5 coming up. Rook e1. Hopefully has difficulty casting. Let's see how on the attack. No, yeah, I think I could castle queenside. Okay, I'll keep the knight on e5. I think. Like bishop g5. Bishop g5 here, just to put a bit more pressure. There's bishop b5, queen e5. Something like f4, f4, maybe knight e4. If I take on d7 or bishop d3, there might be knight e4 again. Bishop f4, maybe bishop f4, knight e4. Bishop f4 may be good. Okay, bishop f4 I think. Rook fe1 and okay, it's knight c6 there takes Queen a6, queen b7. There's rook e1 first, knight f4, knight c6. It's no useful check. It's knight f7, queen c5. That's c3, takes cd. Just knight d3, simple. Knight d3. Pressure on d5 after. Using that pressure start to go bishop though. Potentially very useful bishop, bites the dust. But on the other hand now I've got pressure on d5, e-file. So something like rook, e1 coming up, queen d6. Then what? Knight d3. Maybe knight c5 after. I'm curious if I did win this game. I'd play the Slav actually. If I'm black again, but maybe I should just upload 4 at a time. I think 4's enough. Queen d3 here looks as though that's keeping the pressure going. It's queen f7. Okay. Let's b4 open these lines. Queen c3. I might just c3. Just to try and open lines. Ooh. Okay, if I just take the c4. It's queen g3, bishop e5. Queen g3, bishop e5. What is queen f3? I've got pressure on d5 again, so like rook d1. Queen e4. Maybe I don't mind just playing rook d1 here, because I think d5 is going to be. He plays d4. That knight on d5 looks good. Alright, so rook b3 to b3 to. Okay. F4 to evict the bishop in the centre. And the king in. Okay. Try and fracture a pawn or two with h5. Okay. Might be free. It's going to sort of rook and knight ending. I think. Then I can move the king or move the rook after king e2. Losing another pawn now. There's no knight c5 check here. I'll put it back on f3 or d2. Mount for rook e1. It's no bishop c3 just yet. There's knight c5 cheapo. Spotted. He's getting short time though. There's rook b4 here. Oh, this pawn's pretty dangerous as well. Whoa! Whoops! Poor rook. How can I get my thing rescued out of there? This isn't good. I think that's my king. He's going to spot that. Ooh, 3-1. I think I played the Slav or something. Elephant Gambit. How dull. I don't want the dull position. After exchanging queens, I think I might be able to cling on. Right, so bishop, or just h6, I think h6 and then bishop e6, queen d7, castle queen side. D4 maybe. I'm trying to just kick this and play takes and bishop b7 and try and castle queen side, or maybe just bishop b7 and castle queen side. Wow, what is that? Wow. Try and castle queen side here. Fishing pole. Bit of fun added to the games. It looks good though. I think castling queenside is better fishing pole than usual. Okay, got a lot of pressure here. Something like just f6, is that good? Yeah. What's the problem? So queen e8, is that too passive? Probably. It's probably just queen c2. Whoops. Take on e5. I'm trying to avoid getting mated. Take on d5 and 97. I think. So knight d5, queen c2, d6. Whoops, I'm getting done over again. Uh-oh. d7 is a big threat. Oh, good. Better put my queen somewhere. Useful. Ouch. No. Can't see anything here. Horrendous. G3 is going to be dangerous. It's piece down after all that. G3, don't know, it's not dangerous at all. And he's got a minute, I've got loads of time. So, let's take this guy. So like queen e4 stop. Queen c6. So G3, how is that any good? It's on Queen C8. I think. Oh, F6. Oh, hang on. Nope. Doesn't look too hot again. Ah, bit of respite. How's your this? Draw. I'll try the English opening. Interesting. I don't mind this sort of for E4, E5. It's E4 square, E4 knight G5. So h1, knight g5, is that really good? Play h1 anyway, I think. Or knight g5 immediately. I think knight g5 to stop f6. Possibly. Is f6 comes and can't do anything about that. So h5, bishop f3, king g2, and h1. What about bishop h3? If I take that one, so h5 here, I'm losing a piece away almost. I can take with knight. Bishop e3. Nope. If I take on c5 and knight e4 again, then bishop h6 now becomes possible. Bishop g5, maybe bishop g5, bishop e7, bishop g5, f6 takes. So I'm getting a fragmented pawn shot. I can play rook d1, that's the main thing. To be able to play rook d1, I think. Bishop g5, rook d1. Probably. Rook d1. A lot of pressure here. I like this position. So rook d1, queen c1, bishop f6. Crude but effective. At bishop f6. Rook d5 and knight f6. Ooh. Okay, it's giving me f6 now. So rook d5 and knight f6. So I suppose e5 is on the fire. I'll take it, the knight f6, then queen d2. queen e2, queen e5, knight f6. Just queen e2 to get to play knight f6. Why not just knight d6? Knight d6. Then knight rook d4 to h4. d6 looks good actually. Knight f6 looks good. Probably knight f6 is better. So I've got rook h1 coming up. It looks crushing. It looks so crushing. Rook h1. Oh dear, oh dear. Like check f3 and play rook h1. With the exchange of rooks. Oh dear, oh dear. What have I done? No. Can that really be the case? Oh, I don't want to lose the rook. F4. Oh dear. It's found counterplay. Shouldn't have happened. I can get my king to g4. Whoa. Okay, h3 does h5. Oh dear. Dear oh dear. Can I get around over here? Huh. Blimey. I might need... What a mess I've made of this. I can get my king to h6. So king h6. So g5 here for a second. Oh, king h7. I need a waiting move. f5 takes f7. I mean f5. Okay. Get round over here. Blimey, can I equal the score of... Oh, counter gambit. Let's play e4 here. This probably isn't good for the diagonal. Try and castle queenside. Right, so I suppose e5 is the problem. Let's do something about that. So d5, knight e5. I think a4 here. A4, I think. Maybe knight a5. Chase this bishop away. Maybe bishop b5. Bishop e2, bishop b5. There's a castle here. Is that possible? Bishop d4. Bishop c5. Bishop c5 straight away. Takes. Oh, I think I should castle because I'm a king in the centre still. Right. Bishop b4, is that any good? Just to keep the knight on the rim. Oh dear, it takes a while to get the G file. Bishop d4. Queen somewhere. Queen h6. Transport f4. Take on c4. Does bishop d6? What about bishop d6? Just getting weaks on the king side. Okay. So I'm going to play g5 and f4. Just off the exchange. Or rook f8 is probably more prudent. Rook g8, g5 and f4. Or rook e8 for g5, f4. Knights. Okay. Okay, Okay, so G5 and F4. Crude intentions again. Pardon me, stomach growling. That's bishop B6. Alright, what about knights? Let's say knight B3, second one. Try and speed up F4. You've got bishop C7, queen B6. I can't do anything else with the knight apart from that though. There's actually king b8 to get rid of it, the bishop, but then bishop a6. Oh, there's bishop c8. So I'll try and get in this f4. There's queen a4, there's b6. No, there's no queen a4 yet. There's queen a4 here. No, it takes on a6. So f3 might be, let's take on a6. Clears out the attack. B7. Bishop e5. Bishop e5 protects a6, and bishop b7 to the queen a6. Whoops. It's an unfortunate accident. I'll have to make a run for it, I think. So queen d6. Bishop d4 first. Queen d6, rook c6, rook c8, rook c6. I think I'll take rook c8. There's rook c6. Looks, oh, missed. 24 seconds. And let's check. Seconds. Oh, blimey! Oh dear, let's try the English Open again. Double system. So all my extra time went in that game. Need to store it up. Let's play Queen D2 here. Is D5 on the cards? It's probably on the cards at the moment. Oh dear. I could play D4 myself. I want to play bishop back to be able to play E5, I think. So it takes an E5 without D4 being a pain. G4, knight G3. Probably a bit weakening. Understatement of the year. So knight G3 as D5 takes and then E5. I'm hoping that's okay. I think it's by knight G3. D4, probably my king's getting exposed after D4. Whereas if I play D4, I'm blocking in his bishop. Oh, sorry, D4. So, yeah, I didn't want position opening. So, what about knight E4? Just to try and stop position opening up too much. Wouldn't mind keeping it closed. Okay, so F5 or he's going to play F6 or something. How about the old G5? Knight F6. I think G5. Doesn't matter about the exchange. So, knight E4 coming up. As long as I said no knight F6, knight E4. Hopefully it's dangerous. Or bishop E4 here. Bishop E3, just lose that pawn. Could win that pawn. Okay, get a pawn for the exchange. Oops. Protect D3 indirectly soon. Okay, I'll lose A2. Bit of a pain. A4, losing A4, but again it's short on time. How can you get so short on time to play like this? So knight G5 might be useful. I should have maybe played B3 there. His queen's going to go over there to nab a pawn. B3 would have. Wait, knight g5 here. No, I don't want that. Okay. b3 here. Just trying to hold on to the queen side for a sec. So knight g5 is evasion, rook d2. I could let him get the queens off. I wouldn't mind the queens coming off. Queen d2. Ooh, e6 and okay. What about just king g3 for a sec? For e6 and queen e5. Okay. I'll keep them like that. This is nice. Rook c8. Okay, I'm playing to 5. This is the final game. Okay, maybe Slav. I've done some videos on Slav, but I haven't really played it that much. Okay. Who's played it very well? The British. I think I take and then b5. I've got really made attack on the queen side. So bishop e7 there. So, knight b6 or a6, d5 is going to be dangerous. So, okay, what does white play here? If d5, I'm ready to take on d5. I think just about getting dismantled a bit. King on the queen side, usually weak. So, knight b6 and don't know. Knight b6 and nope. I'm just waiting for white. What does white do here? I'm going to castle king side. Or should I play a6 just against d5? a6 would support b5. So just in case d5 is going to dismantle the structure, I think a6 would be a nice move. Here, I don't think much of b4, just losing my whole structure. Just to keep the structure intact, I think a6. So by the same time, if he plays d5 immediately, then I could be in trouble. Actually, it's my turn. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, 2 minute fake 2. Whoops. Uh-oh. I didn't realise it was my turn. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, vicious attack coming up. Castle into it. I'll play c5 or b4, knight b6. I'll take. I think pressure on e5 is usually what annoys me is white. I'm going to catch up on the clock after that. Oh dear. Without losing a piece, preferably. So, knight, or isn't b4? Okay, let's see. e5 to knight d5. So knight g4 is probably a threat. c5 might be a threat in the future. Takes queen c7. Queen c7, undermining white's central structure. If d5, there might be knight takes d5 there. Or maybe not, knight d5. Maybe. I think c5 and queen c7. c5 and queen c7 just at least scope for the bishop, undermines white's structure. He's catching up on the clock. To be with as little time as me. f6 is going to be dangerous here. I take him on the rook. No, he takes bishop g5. So I'll take, keeping an eye on f6. And maybe queen g5 might be useful. I think that's okay. Takes queen e7 to g5. There's also knight e3 as a threat. I don't want him to play f6 against me. It's mating that with the pawns. So otherwise now knight b4 and c5 again. Takes queen c7 knight there, just to sort of break up the structure and liberate this bishop. Wow. Okay. If I take this one, there's bishop. There isn't bishop d3 just yet. I think take. Alright, I think I have to take. So knight d5, there's queen d5. Okay. I think there's bishop g5, so there's no knight d5. Just want to clear out that pawn. Probably becomes a menace. If I just take an f5 or bishop, I might just bishop g7 for a sec. Right, so there's f5 here. It's queen c7, like c5 first, knight c5. c5 first. Oh, mind you, too late. Try and get the c file working. I think at least it's over there, not over my king. So something like c3 coming up, b4 or e5. I think e5 just undermines c5. Just b4 and c3. Okay. It's getting a bit hairy. I don't want queen g5 coming in. Don't know which rook to use, but isn't c3 going to be dangerous? Try and keep things closed. Again, keep things closed. Stop queen g5. Oh. Okay. Get the queens out. Ooh, this could be a nice freaking pawn ending. Phew. Blimey. Blimey. That was tough. Alright, I think I'll stop that.